Okay, so the plywood flooring update. A lot of people have asked to, get a kind of a follow-up on this. It's been almost a year. It's September of 2016 now, so it's been close to a year. Can't remember when I put the whole flooring in, but when we're moving. So I wanted to get this update done before we moved. And this is the same room here, the first plywood flooring room I did. And as you can see, hopefully it's not too echoey in here with no furniture, but as you can see, there is it's held up very well. We've had lots of these little rugrats running around playing in here, and we have this dog with these. Let me see your paw. Give me your paw. We have this giant dog with these claws. Shake, 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 shake. So she runs all over the floor here also. Now we'd have had a few gouges and scratches. Only God knows what the kids dragged around in here, but you can see these kind of marks. Let's see if it'll focus on me here. There you go. See these marks here. The dark stain does do a really good job. Like you don't notice this really until you get down and look at it at a certain angle. From far away, you really, it kind of disappears. There's a few other little scrapes and scratches like that on the way in. The door here, here's one right here. You can see this one right here is real deep. So that was a nice little gouge there. So there's a few in the walking path. I think they were dragging furniture around or something like that, gouged into it. But, and I know this may sound silly to some, but that's kind of the character of the old farmhouse flooring, the wide plank flooring. It's gonna get some, some dents, it's gonna get some scuffs, it's gonna get some scratches in it. But the overall floor looks great. The poly that we put on it, polyurethane, I think we put 4 or 5 coats on this floor. It holds up very well. I did another room here, and Allie, come here. Ready? Go get it. And so there's what the floor is up against. We're in the middle of moving, so this is like temporary living quarters. We don't normally have our kids sleep on the floor. But so this room here, same thing, 4 or 5 coats of the polyurethane on this floor. It holds up very well. You can see the dog just running across it. There's no nail marks or scratches or anything like that. The floor is very resilient. But when you drag things that are heavy across it, it leaves gouges. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, even our hardwood floor downstairs has a lot of gouges in it from dragging things across it. So that does happen. Now we did use, on most of our furniture, the heavier furniture anyway, I did put some little pads underneath here. I'll put a link in the description to the pads that I found on Amazon. They work really well. There's a couple different styles of the furniture pads for this flooring. I would highly recommend you get that. Furniture sitting right on the hardwood floor is going to wreck it over time anyway. So any furniture, the legs or beds or anything like that, especially heavy stuff, you want to make sure that's on some type of a pad, leg pads or leg lifters or something like that. So, but that's pretty much it. Summer, what do you think of the hardwood floors? Do you like them in here? Yeah, they've been. They do look pretty, yeah. So it's been quite the topic of conversation. A lot of people have come over and kind of checked them out and stuff. This room, the whole bonus room thing, I think turned out really well. The whole renovation, I'll put a link in the top to the whole video on that. But if you guys have questions about the hardwood flooring, or I guess I shouldn't call it hardwood flooring, we'll call it plywood flooring because that's what it is. If you guys have questions about the plywood flooring, I have a whole video series on installing it, and this will be the follow-up. So I plan on doing this again in our new home. We're moving, and we've got a room that has carpet. I'll be tearing out, and I'll be doing plywood flooring in it again. So we've been very, very happy with it. A lot of people talked about face nailing the plywood. The whole idea behind this is that this is not a tongue and groove floor. Okay, so you've got these gaps here between each board. That's just the way it is, and that's the way old farmhouse planking was. They didn't tongue and groove all of it, especially, you know, way back when they were cut off their land and, you know, they didn't have the tools to tongue and groove their own wood. So we're face nailing all this. I would recommend 2-inch brad nails. I used 1.25 inch, I think, here. I would have rather used 2-inch. I used 2-inch on the other floor. They worked much better. As far as face nailing goes, guys, these, you set your nail gun. You can see the little divots here. They were stained and sealed over. You set your nail gun, you know, you can set the pressure on your brad nailer up a little high, and it'll blow that nail a good 1/4 inch below the surface of the plywood, and the plywood almost kind of seals over the top of it a little bit. You really are never going to see those nails. They're not going to work their way up. You know, it's just, I don't see any problem with face nailing in this case. So very inexpensive for what you get out of the flooring, and definitely would recommend it for a budget hardwood floor that gives you that wide plank look. If you want something cheap, they've got, you know, you can get about the same price for the cheapo fake flooring stuff at Home Depot or whatever. That's only a 1/4 inch thick, and it's kind of notched together, tongue and groove kind of thing, and it just floats and lays on the floor. You can do that too, but it's not quite as nice as this, in my opinion. I think the look of this actually looks better. So, but any question, comments, guys, throw them down below. I will answer them and guide you in direction, or give you direction, I guess, if you have questions about this stuff or you're looking to do it. So hopefully this video was informational for you guys, especially those of you looking for the update. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.